lads, and welcome back to the Journeyman. This is Route 1. I'm Dan. That's Leo. That's Finch.
Yeah.
And as today is Friday,
we're
going to talk about tomorrow.
Bring on the weekend.
Yeah, the weekend's Premier League fixtures.
So close. Going to Philadelphia right now.
I put on my shoes and I'm ready for the weekend.
So yeah, Premier League fixtures this weekend, starting with Brighton and Chelsea. Finch, what will happen?
2-1 Chelsea.
No,
we're not going. Goodbye.
All right, seriously. Chelsea are in not trouble, but they're falling. They're not.
They're in strife. It's a big fixture for them. I mean,
have they
3-0 old draws?
When's their replay with Norwich?
Oh,
did that already happen?
No, it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it already happened.
Yeah. Like they won it, but like they didn't look convincing.
No, Russell Martin looked good for. Norwich.
That's so embarrassing. He went on loads of Rangers.
What?
Yeah,
who were you watching?
Literally Tuesday.
Did he?
Yeah. He came up in breaking news and Sky. That's the only reason I know.
The game hasn't happened yet. We're guessing. Anyway, so
what?
Yeah, Brighton Chelsea.
Yeah, Brighton Chelsea.
3-0 all draws in a row. You said.
Yeah, Chelsea have just been insipid going forward. I mean, their defense is always fine. Gary Cahill's out for a while.
Good for them.
But yeah, they look. Morata's been so off the ball. It's incredible. Aiden Hazard's the most overrated player in the league. Dan likes him, but I don't think he's overrated.
I think he's just had a bad period.
I think what happens is that Chelsea have relied far too much on him and Fabregas to create for them. That when it breaks down with Hazard and it breaks down with Fabregas, they're fucked. They don't know what to do.
You're hoping for like a moment.
Yeah, it's like
Pedro or something.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let's just bring on Pedro and Willian. Let's see if they exactly. You're like,
oh, hopefully Willian tries a cross that goes in again.
I don't.
Well, take your time.
I don't rate Eden Hazard.
You don't rate?
I do rate Eden Hazard.
Yeah, come on.
I don't think he's as good.
He's a top 5 player in the league.
I wouldn't have him there.
Really?
Honestly, wouldn't. I just don't. I think. Like, if you look at his returns are so meager considering like how good he is. That's what, like, I know he's really good, but he just doesn't.
He doesn't care about returns because he's a footballer,
he's a team
not
player.
a postman.
Also, that 16-17 season will always be 15-16 season.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Fuck him. He just he just couldn't be bothered. He literally couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
I kind of he tracked back for a season and was like, nah, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again.
Get out of here, Mo.
It's
I'm going with you.
Yeah, but like he would have been grand if like he had played the role that he's playing now under Mourinho. He would have been fine. But no. Anyway, yeah, I think that is a taint of the reputation. I think he's like. Yeah, I think he's top 5.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not even saying he's the best player. He's one of my favourites to watch. He's
when he's on, but
he
does go missing.
I think he's the best dribbler in the league. Like the ball sticks to him.
He's got like a low centre of gravity, and he's brilliant to watch when he's in his full flow.
He does get down easy, but he's so good at drawing fouls.
My point is,
he sticks that big booty.
They
just want to feel on the booty.
Kyle Lowry.
I think he should, like, my point, with how good he is, I think he should be top 5 in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he just doesn't.
I think he always has a period of time when it's like last season, for a large portion of it, you could feasibly go, potentially, because you don't really know. You can't really go, it's top 2 and then the other 3 are basically at your own discretion.
Yeah.
So he's that, but he is very hot and cold. But I think the issue with that is that Chelsea more often than not can deal with it. It's like, but if he's off,
they don't have a lot.
Outlet passes even Victor Moses just won't work all the time.
I think they'd be a lot better right now if they still had Diego Costa instead of Morata, because he was more likely to pull something out on his own to score.
Also, it's not like City, right, where if Sterling has a shit game, they've got Salah, they've got De Bruyne, they've got Aguero, they've got Jesus Knows injured, but they've got Silva, the Silva brothers. Prove it. But like Chelsea just don't have that star quality.
Yeah,
they don't have that.
It's like you look and Chelsea have like a decent team, and you're like, oh yeah, grand. They're pretty good, and then you kind of get down to it. It's like if you take Hazard out of the game.
Yeah, it's not
for
great.
Real. Like, who's going to create?
There
are players that should be able to. Like, Willian should be able to go.
Yeah.
He does look better now. Williams got a little bit. He's come back into
even you look at like Liverpool, you're like, oh well, Mane's not had an amazing season. But even they've got someone to fall back. Even Coutinho left, they've still got players to fall back on. And there's it's not like Chelsea are a bit like when Liverpool were like, okay, we need Suarez to do everything. It's like if he's not playing, no, you might get started.
I think they have a better supporting cast.
Yeah,
than that,
they do.
obviously.
Yeah.
But like it's like
they're a better team. They won the league.
That's
the thing. They won the league last year.
But then it's like, but then you've got Kante, who's been but he's not actually been as good. Tamiri Bakayoko's been terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Kante,
not been terrible. He's been.
I think he's been terrible.
I think for more often than not, he's been bad.
Especially,
when he's been good, he's been quite good.
I think he's been especially bad because he's taken over from Matic, who was good.
Yeah, you can't expect him to go in there and be like.
He's not a destroyer either. He's not.
On talking about Kante, I think he's still been brilliant for Chelsea, obviously, but his role I think has been far more limited. Like in Leicester, every time he got the ball, he would bomb forward. He was the one instigating all the attacks. Now he just doesn't. That's not his role.
I think as well. But then like it's always like, oh, let's give it to Fabregas then. It's
Chelsea
can't really like.
Chelsea
can't create everything.
Yeah, they set up a lot more attacking than Leicester did that year.
I don't think they've got much playmaker wise.
It's Fabregas and Hazard.
And Fabregas plays pretty deep now, considering as in he's not got the mobility he had, and they're in the Sanchez race apparently, which I think would be a hell of a signing. Also, why don't they they've got the money to buy a Mahrez. Mahrez wants to leave.
I mean, you can see Conte's.
I think if Chelsea picked up Sanchez, then there'd be some. There'd be some sauciness,
some movement.
Look, I know.
Imagine Hazard on one wing, Sanchez on the other. Morata.
Sounds like one of your draft teams.
Oh, stop! And then like Morata up front, because
Andy Carroll.
Morata's tried everything to not score.
Yeah,
it's like you actually just can't. It's like if you were getting fed by those two, you're gonna score.
But instead, it's going to be Andy Carroll and Morata up top, Hazard on the left, and Ross Barkley in behind.
I think 15 million for Ross. Again, I know people are like, well, what's Ross Barkley? 15 million for Ross Barkley, just swing and a miss. Let's see what happens.
It is fine, but it's so uninspiring.
It's not what you need.
Kevin Wimmer costs 18 million, so that's fine.
It's
that is absolutely fine.
It's a fine signing, but it's like nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't think anybody gets.
I don't think he's gonna have any impact on
it's the people that are like, why would you sign Ross Barkley? It's like 15 million.
Give it a go.
I also don't you wouldn't be surprised if he did turn out to have an impact and turn out to being a class player. That wouldn't surprise
because he's 24 now. It's like now's the time to sink or swim.
Yeah,
you got a big move now. Let's see what the story is.
Theo Walcott deals agreed earlier this week
to go to
Everton.
Arsenal fans rejoice.
I mean,
he was weird because he was a pretty good servant at Arsenal. But he was never what everybody said he was going to be.
In the last 10 years, has he improved one bit?
No, I mean, I think he's got more notions about himself. Because he was like, oh yeah, I'm young, but I'm fast and I can learn. 10 years later, it's like, I'm fast.
I learned a little bit.
I'm
not young. Yeah, but over the last 6-7 years, who has developed at Arsenal? Players don't get better there.
True. Giroud was good at the start.
I mean, he won the league with
Montpellier.
Yeah, but I don't think he was better at Montpellier than
he wasn't better, but he wasn't any worse.
That's a good question.
Yeah, take Oxlade.
Players that have improved.
Players that have improved based on the fact that they were children 6 or 7 years ago.
But it's like
Oxlade-Chamberlain has improved more at Liverpool in 6 months than he did at 7 years at Arsenal.
I would not say that. I would say he's had one good game.
To be fair, all of the summer is very good.
Yeah, since his first month wasn't great, and after that, he's really come into his own.
I still think that he's just the same as he was. I think because he showed flair as a form at Arsenal as well.
I think he'll equal his entire Arsenal Premier League goal tally this season.
He fucking might do.
He's already got 3 goals. He only got 7 at
Arsenal. I think he's in a better team as well.
He's in a team that kind of appreciates his worth and puts him in a position he wants to play in.
Do Chelsea end their run? Going back to the game, do they win?
Brighton away, yeah. If they can't get a goal, Brighton,
I think they have to.
Brighton are locked down defence.
Brighton aren't great defensively, I don't think. But I think they've done well to find the radar.
I think home to Chelsea, you come up to the occasion.
They've got Liverpool transfer target according to Owen McGray and Shane Duffy.
Also,
should have gotten instead of
played Liverpool at home. Lost 5-1.
They did. Got an unreal penalty though.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, Liverpool were free scoring. Chelsea are not.
I think Chelsea have to score.
I think they'll win. I do think they'll win.
Also, Brighton have been very good at just flying under the radar. They're not been sucked into relegation battle.
They're just there. I mean, like they I think
they're playing like a Chris Hughton.
When you think about them, they actually bought really well.
They did for what they needed. Yeah,
Davy Proper, Pascal Gross,
Gross is a good
very good players. Like, especially for what you need.
Matt Ryan's been pretty good for them as well, I think.
Right, that's enough time in one game.
Yeah.
We're going to go through a few of them here.
We'll briefly talk. Yeah.
Everton, West Brom.
West Brom, Walcott make his debut. Everton have tailed off massively.
But again, that's exactly what they need. Because they don't... I know, he's not good. He's not good.
Sorry, Walcott.
Oh,
I thought you meant they needed to tail off.
Yeah,
no. They need to lose 4-0 to Spurs. And Sam Allardyce afterwards to say we need to become more boring after not having a shot on target.
After being extremely boring. Yeah. But Walcott is exactly what they need. I mean, they'd like someone better, albeit, but
it is.
It's like he's a better version. He's a better version of Aaron Lennon.
Also, Balassi and Walcott gives you genuine width, which is something Balassi and Walcott is a very good.
They've brought in a good striker.
I mean, I don't know. I don't watch
based on Europa League. That's all I know of them.
He's good in Champions League. I mean, that's a good Bromwell. I know it's in the great group they're in, but still, I mean, Balassi, Walcott, Tosun, Sigurdsson. Yeah. Suddenly, that's a pretty good front four. Rooney,
Sigurdsson may finally get to play centrally.
That's a genuinely pretty good front four. And suddenly he's got a target man to aim for.
Yeah.
A Llorente type. So I think Everton. Well, it depends how Allardyce uses them, obviously.
Exactly. And plus, then if you look at that with that team, Schneiderlin as well, Gay in the midfield with.
Harshman.
Morgan Schneiderlin could be gay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if he is, whatever.
Fair play to him.
I've got friends who are gay.
Sorry,
Connor Shields.
Idris Ghana homosexual.
Better.
Sorry, you can't say Ghana anymore. It's North Africa.
And he's from Senegal as well. Fuck.
Exactly.
But yeah, you've got a solid midfield there. And plus Davy Klassen, who is going on loan to Fenerbahce.
He's a big signing,
Yeah,
he's a very good player. I think he was caught up in the whole let's just buy 7 number 10s.
Yeah.
James McCarthy is okay at
football. He's a football player.
When he came back, when he came back, he was actually quite good for Everton. It was one of Allardyce's first matches, I remember.
Seamus Coleman learned how to walk again yet?
He is back in training.
I'm so upset. It's not
fair. And then you think genuine width, and then imagine when you bring fucking Coleman back into it.
He died for Ireland to get to the World Cup. We didn't even get there. Seamus,
Seamus, I think you're alright. Don't really care about you. So.
Also,
he's a pretty good player.
He's the best player in Ireland.
Yeah, I did.
Best player in Ireland.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Probably is if he's playing in the Premier League.
It's not in Ireland. He's playing in Liverpool.
Might be in Ireland right now.
If he's training,
I mean, he's probably still in Liverpool.
Yeah,
maybe Cheshire. He probably lives in Cheshire.
Probably.
They all live in Cheshire.
All right.
We're
not even going to talk about West Brom because we want to get into the next game.
That's fair.
Burnley, Man United. Burnley not looking nearly as good as they were in 2017.
No, well, in December they're pretty awful. They're like loss streak. If you look at it, is worried. It's not lucky for them, but it's integral that they got so many points.
Yeah, it's not worrying. You don't need to worry.
They'll be fine. Yeah, they obviously will be fine.
Which is the kind of the thing. It's like they don't have 40 points yet, but it's like when a team does well, gets to 40 points, and goes right. Let's relax. Forget about it.
I don't even think that's. I just think they've been found out a bit, and
I mean stuff like the Liverpool last minute win is like they did everything right in their sense. It just sometimes
it doesn't work out for you. Yeah, I think
sometimes you can't get the last minute goal yourself.
Yeah, and I think you look at them as like they don't really need to worry. Their form has been bad. It has been very bad. But I think I think this is a season of like solidifying themselves. I think.
Yeah, as a
they spent a lot of money on Chris Wood.
Yeah,
which is kind of like
they did need a striker.
Next summer they won't spend money on a Chris Wood. They'll spend money on someone better.
They should. I think Danny Ings would be a perfect loan signing.
Yeah,
I don't know why they don't. They need some. They don't have. Like they've got very samey strikers.
They could even get
Vokes and Wood. I mean,
they could even try and buy Sturridge.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got the money to pay 20 million, and they can justify that.
Yeah, considering they spent that much money on Wood at the start of the season.
And I think Sturridge has notions, as you say, about himself.
About how, how much money he might be worth, and
honestly,
teams he play for as well.
I think I wouldn't be surprised in the summer for Sturridge to go to the MLS. I think that's it.
He go to like Toronto or something.
I think
he thinks he's friends with Drake.
He's
praise be to God. I'm trying to Birmingham accent. It's hard. Killian Murphy.
You have to go. Blum.
Choice and onion.
They're playing United.
Cadbury's.
United think they're back in the title race after City dropping 3 points.
Daniel Sturridge.
That was Scouts.
No.
It's Daniel Sturridge.
No, Daniel Sturridge. That's not bad, bro. That isn't bad, bro.
Daniel Sturridge.
What were you saying, sir?
Yeah,
My
United.
uncle is Dean. Say my uncle is Dean.
My uncle is doing.
Say the microphone's about to run out of battery.
My microphone's about to run out of battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna sell me a carpet. United think they're back in the title race after City losing one game.
Yeah, they're not.
It's so funny. I saw like that awful fucking account Republican Mancunian say that's the perfect result. No, it's not.
No, literally Liverpool are catching up with you.
Oh no, and Liverpool still showcased their defensive frailties. Yes, they did, but you knew that already. Yeah. They scored 4 goals against.
Never mind that.
City.
They didn't have the big centre back this time, and it doesn't. Yeah, we could see 3 goals to the best attack in the league.
And it's not the perfect result. The perfect result would be for City to absolutely destroy Liverpool.
Yeah,
ravage your Liverpool's goal difference, prop yous up, be like, because you're not winning the league. Just accept. I don't understand. You just can't accept. You're not winning the league.
I think it's hilarious. Shane O'Brien, regular contributor, had some he was
regular, maybe not contributor.
No, yeah. He was like, oh, you got the blueprint to beat City now. It's a perfect result.
Just have Salah.
Yeah, the blueprint to beat City is to have an unbelievable attacking force that works so well together.
And to be able to press as good as anybody in the world.
Exactly.
Liverpool played extremely well and still scraped to it.
And the reason they could see it 2-0 is because they were dead by the end of the game.
Exactly. The thing about that is that if you don't get, you get lucky as well, which is very important. If John Stones actually could defend in that instance. If Edison doesn't kick it right to Salah, you have to get lucky.
If there are 6 minutes at a time instead of 4, it probably ends 4-4.
I wouldn't have been surprised. It's like, who scored Liverpool's first goal again? It was actually that was a good goal. That was a good goal.
Yeah. They were all good goals, but you can point out the mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. No,
it's a bit of an Alan Hansen about where he's always looking for the defensive errors.
Durable.
Yeah.
Durable.
Suicidal.
Remember when he said 94 World Cup, right? Colombia get knocked out. Escobar gets shot. 3 days later, Argentina are playing. And Hansen goes, that defender won't be shot for that defending. Just be a bit sensitive, maybe. Just come on.
I love how much the only part of football he cares about is defense.
Yeah, it's.
I have a lot of love for
Adam Hurry. Football cliche. It's just it was I wonder where that would rank on the Alan Hansen defensive scale. It's like
suicide,
absolutely
blasphemous,
diabolical.
I love Alan Hansen. Yeah. He's so much better than Mark.
My favorite mishap in terms of talking about defences is when Graham Souness was on Sky Sports. It was back 2009, and it was United against Liverpool, and you just go, Torres absolutely raped Vidic there. and they cut to an ad 30 seconds after it. So I think whoever came back to was like, and we'd like to apologise for the comments made. And it's just Souness sitting there just like,
my bad. Do you remember when Giggs called it nutritional football instead of attritional football?
Did you not see the clips that came out recently of Giggs' last meeting with the United team when he was a caretaker manager, last game of the season? No. And he had the pre-game meeting in the PowerPoint. He was like, get out there and play and give a good show because it's the last game. Run and drive.
Man City and Liverpool are going to win the league, so just give the fans some shout about
give it a go.
He is the Wales manager now, which is fucking gas.
We did talk about this.
There's another cunt that had complete notions on himself.
We did. Again, we went into this a lot about how he just expects to walk into.
Yeah, it's kind of comparative to the opposite of what Gerrard's doing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give the under 18s a go. I'm gonna see.
And then if he goes and gets a job with say Cardiff or something, Someone like
he has merit.
A lower level club.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gerrard did that.
He did say in interviews like, I'm willing to work any job.
Yeah, it's like I think Lampard's doing the same. Yeah. He's working with Chelsea's youth.
You don't just walk in.
It's like
it is funny. I was reading. It's like Beckham turned out to possibly be the most normal of the class at 92.
Nicky Butt as well.
Nicky Butt is too normal almost.
Yeah, Nicky Butt is. If I saw Nicky Butt out
you wouldn't recognise
on the road, I'd be like, "That's just a regular bloke wearing awful clothes."
Gary Neville, good pundit. Awful managerial career. That's really funny.
That's bad.
And I still say fair play to Gary Neville. He tried to go out to Spain. and give something to go.
I've seen that Phil Neville is like the top choice to take over as England women's manager, and
it's
like not enough credentials did not apply. Why Phil Neville is top of the FA's list for taking over the England women's coaching role? I like how we're not talking about the game.
Yeah. It's like as Jimmy Carr said. He said, "Oh, this is for people who weren't good at sport, like women's football." Anyway.
Sorry, I just like to do an impression of.
I didn't say this though.
I didn't say this. No, Jimmy Carr's laugh.
No, I'm going to cut out the bit where you said Jimmy Carr.
Okay,
sorry, that's not true. I don't edit anymore.
We're going to move on quick. We're talking a lot about
Arsenal, Crystal Palace.
We'll quick.
Who cares?
Arsenal have to win.
Are the Gunners going to shoot at the Palace?
Yeah. Arsenal season's over. They got a cup final that they probably won't get to, and they'll probably lose the City if they do get to.
Aubameyang genuinely might go to them.
That would be, you know what?
Because he doesn't care about he just cares about money.
No, he'd go to Arsenal, and then in 4 months' time, where they're not in anything, he'll try and force a move again.
He has no. I don't think he cares. I think he wants money.
I think he does care. I think when he plays, like it's literally that 90 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, no man,
no, football's playing. Yeah,
but then outside that, he's just a diva.
He doesn't give a
but also, if Ozil Sanchez leaves, great, have Aubameyang.
Who's
gonna supply him anything?
Jack Wilshere's getting back into conversations as if he's like not going to be injured.
Wilshere has been their best player.
That's true.
Yeah, he's injured again.
Yeah, that's bad. That's not a good thing. That's bad.
It's the equivalent.
He has been good though.
No, but it's the equivalent.
You need him to be a supplementary piece to better players.
Yeah. It's the equivalent of Sturridge coming back and scoring a couple of goals and being like, yeah, he's Liverpool's best player. We can get rid of all the other guys now. Sturridge is going to do it for us.
It's not even we can get rid of. It's like
we've
got no choice. We have to get
They're leaving for free.
Arsenal Palace will be 1-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't break it. City Newcastle. This is the one that you said might be an upset last.
You're fucking wrong. No, Liverpool won.
But it was before the Liverpool game.
And you were actually close. It was 1-0.
No, I just thought it was the sort of game. City. I knew City would do somewhere, but I just you thought it would be like and it nearly was Crystal Palace way, which would be
Newcastle are looking worse.
City will win, you'd imagine. Rafa Benitez has been stuck with this absolute pile of shit.
Yeah, and like actually staying.
I'm surprised Rafa Benitez stayed after getting relegated. Not just because I know how much shit he deals with like higher ups.
He could leave, and they
but like
he could leave right now and go to a better team.
No, he could leave now. Could go to a better team, but also he could leave now, and not one Newcastle fan would be like, "Fuck him."
Genuinely.
Oh no,
none of them.
It's a measure of how good he's been when Newcastle are as bad as they are, and not one single fan.
He's blaming the manager. Because it always, like, when Pardew was in charge, they went to Pardew. They even did it for Chris Houghton as well, which he didn't even deserve it.
It's nice, though, they genuinely recognise that they've got a manager who is,
he's a
kind
top
of
tier
above what they should be.
He could be at, like, most teams in the league.
Yeah.
But they've always hated Mike Ashley, but they've really come around on it. Like it's completely on him.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not going to be here for another couple of years.
It's Groundhog Day. I mean, 10 years ago, they despised him.
Like as I was talking about earlier, in the best 24 strikers that Newcastle have bought under Mike Ashley, Hossalu's top 10.
Yeah,
Hossalu's top 10.
I think only West Ham have had a worse record of buying strikers.
Yeah,
I think those two.
But I think West Ham a decent run of buying a striker that's good for a while.
Well, Ba and Cesar with an archetypal.
But like good for but then Ba was at West Ham before.
Where did Cesar go? Because Ba got big moves.
China.
Yeah, this because Ba was always kind of good for Newcastle and then tailed off. But Cesar
stayed too long. Cesar just scored that goal.
Yeah, well, those 13 and 12 games.
I know, and you know what? I'd take that. You know, you take that.
Yeah, I'd go that one and do nothing again.
They finished 5th that season as well.
That was an incredible
season.
That was a
great season.
Southampton Spurs going to hammer Southampton.
Oh,
Harry
Kane scoring millions.
He's going to get another hat trick.
Harry Kane would be if he scores a couple this weekend. Actually, he's got a while to do it. It will become the second fastest man ever to 100 Premier League goals, which is pretty impressive.
Who's the first? I could tell you. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. But like 24 at 100 Premier League goals.
No, it's incredible.
At one point, him and Lukaku were the kind of same amount of goals.
Yeah.
And Lukaku's now on 80. And he's like
Harry Kane. Is,
I mean, in fairness, 80 is still pretty good.
Oh yeah, incredible.
As much as he's getting spoken about now, he's still mad underrated. Like he's top 3 strikers in the world.
I think you could go. No, he's not underrated, and someone goes, well, he's probably top 3 striker, probably the best striker.
It's him or Lewandowski, I think.
Pure, yeah.
It's got to be him or Lewandowski.
Him or Lewandowski, yeah. And then people.
Suarez can get back into the conversation.
A lot of people go. It's like because
he's
but the fact he's considered shows that.
But he's not a particularly like. He's not flashy. He's not neither in personality nor style of football.
Man scores goals.
He seems like a nice guy.
He just seems like a normal guy.
He's not even just the goal scorer. He creates too. He can pass the ball.
Yeah, exactly. I think good strikers as well. He doesn't, but you don't see that in his game. It's like well, you look to Eriksen, you look to Ali. It's like, well, the Harry Kane probably has more assists than Dele Alli last season.
And he doesn't have a massive ego as well, which will help him in the long term. I think he doesn't. He doesn't think.
I know he says like one man club. Do you think he's gonna leave in the summer if he gets a big offer?
In the summer? Not a chance.
No. Who does he go to as well?
Madrid.
Madrid's
but
like
that. But again, it's always the English thing of not going. Like I think
disprove that maybe.
What
a chance to disprove
that?
Maybe
he thinks he's gone as far as he can.
And it's kind of a thing where you're like, well, Gary Lineker went to Barcelona, he might as well. Like fuck it.
I know he's not English, but Gareth Bale in Real Madrid. Like,
exactly. I think it's like English players have had a distinct reason for not going. I think it was like they saw Jonathan Woodgate and Michael Owen not do it at Real.
Michael Owen did okay for Real.
But I think he got fucked out way too early.
If Spurs don't qualify for the Champions League, Kane's gonna want to be in the Champions League. He deserves to be there. Most of that team.
But again, I don't think he's not an Aubameyang, as we were saying. He's gonna be like.
But he does have ambition.
But most players, I think, of his caliber would have left or would leave. But you can tell he adores. He loves Spurs.
Yeah, he
loves Spurs, and I think still do have a great manager.
And they do have a great supporting class.
But and there is still like a hope of Spurs doing something and becoming.
I think if he gets
still feels like a project.
I think if he even gets offered 3/4 of the contract that Spurs that he would at Real Madrid, he'll stay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's only doing it for the money, but Daniel Levy's notoriously stingy.
I think he recognised.
Dele Alli signed a new big contract.
Yeah,
so
he recognised that the money that would come in from Champions League and everything else from having players.
He's
like
a savvy businessman.
Because
Toby Alderweireld gets $50,000 a week. He should be on triple that.
Toby Alderweireld signed that contract.
Yeah, well, that was when he wasn't the best centre back in the league.
Still for whatever year contract.
I reckon he would have gone more at Southampton, but he signed the contract at Spurs. I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Did Southampton loan him to Atletico for?
No, Atletico loaned him.
Yeah, he didn't really get. He played right back for Atletico.
Yeah, and he wasn't like.
They missed out on that on him.
Anyway, final game: Swansea Liverpool.
Yeah, Swansea win.
Yeah,
Swansea win.
Last
wouldn't surprise me, but Liverpool are in the best form in the league at the moment.
Yeah.
Longest unbeaten run.
So probably lose by 6 in Swansea.
But it's a typical thing. It's and I think it would have been awful if Liverpool had a drawn against Everton in the cup. Just because then they would have had to play midweek, and then they would have been then I definitely would have been sure that they would have lost this. Also, they've got 8 days between when they played City and when they play Swansea on Monday. So like
everything points towards.
I think now everything points towards a Liverpool win.
Yeah. But that's the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly.
I
think,
they do have to go abroad as well. Like that's
the only reason you predict Liverpool to lose is because it's weird. It's chaotic.
Yeah, it's kind of like listen, my classic 2-1 to Swansea.
Yeah, you're saying everything points towards a win, so it'll probably be a loss.
Although
exactly. It's
Swansea have their Carvajal win, so I'm not as worried as I would be.
Because we were the bounce back team last year.
Yeah,
like every time a manager got sacked, they beat us.
Yeah. Also, just to end on, Adil Rashid, the cricketer, right? He plays for Yorkshire.
Maybe we'll just end
the first time they went to go and play in Swansea against Glamorgan, he hid in the toilets in the bus because all the lads convinced him that he needed his passport and he'd forgot it. Because it was a different country, which is a great story. I love that story. I just thought we'd end on that.
I like how he was totally willing to do it, like everything illegal.
Yeah, he's English. He was just like, did a different country, man. You got your passport. He's like, oh,
how great would it be if that story came like, yeah, we're arresting you for
entering Wales illegally. Yeah, I enter Wales illegally every weekend to Mangoes. Okay.
Alright, on that good joke about the cricket lad, awful joke about what Leo just said.
We'll cut that out.
We won't. We're going to end it now. See you later. Podcast tomorrow. Another draft, as always. Enjoy.
I just want to feel in the booty.
I'll let me.